It's a vibe on Lava Lounge.
93.3.
I'm happy to announce that John Igodaro, you guys know him as Johnny Drille, is in the building
It's Val.
with me.
It's Val. And by the way, I totally sang that song for SWITOPE.
Oh my
There's no
God.
other person in the world I could have sang that song
Oh
for.
my God.
As a matter of fact, before I met her, that was when I even wrote the song. I just knew I was going to meet her, and that.
Please get that on record, though. Whoever is recording
If you
this
listen
department.
towards the end, you say I whispered, "Oh, man."
Oh my God! I
Just
needed
listen
another
well.
person to come and handle the show because I'm done. I'm running out of breath. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Okwe.
How
So,
have you been?
I'm all right. I'm good. So good to be back here. Good to see you
I
again.
know. Good to be back here.
Yeah.
The last time you came was what? After the pandemic?
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was probably like over a year ago. It's crazy.
Maybe 2020.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
How have you been since then?
I have been doing good, my friend, and so good to see you, my friend.
So good to see you. What's been going on? Give me a quick summary.
It's a
of
lot
what's
has been going on. First of all, I've been blessed to have one of the most important songs of 2022. If not of anyways, it's been amazing. I just dropped a new EP called Home. That's been doing really well. The acceptance, the fan reaction has been amazing. And then there's amazing stuff going on. Yeah, that's it.
Proud of you. Proud of you,
Of course,
John.
I have my yearly live show coming up as well. So that's very
Yeah, we're
exciting.
gonna get to that. Don't
Yeah.
worry. But I just want to ask, what is the reason you keep doing what you're doing?
I think
Why have you kept at it all these years?
I think number one, the fans. The fans make me, the love that I get from them is kind of the fuel I need to keep pushing, to keep making music, the kind of music that I'm making. So big shout out to the fans for loving Johnny Drille, for listening to the music, the sound, and for sharing with your friends and all. So it's them first of all, and secondly, it's also family. When you
Yeah.
think of the people that are rooting for you back home, you just want to keep pushing and just keep getting better and just keep making them proud.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've talked about the fans. How do you handle trolls? Because I know it's not no matter if you are the best person in
Yep.
this world, you still find some people that will
Yep.
say, "Oh, this."
Yep. And the percentage of trolls online, it has skyrocketed in the last couple of years. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, look, you would think that someone like Johnny Drille would not get any hate.
I'm telling
right?
you, like
So-
I'm asking because I really don't know if you do get any hate.
I do a
Who
lot.
hates Johnny Drille?
Especially Twitter. There was one time I tweeted something about going to Obalende, with a face mask,
Yeah.
and just take buses and blah blah blah. And all the trolls came out, started to just go on and on. And for me, like I never respond to trolls. I see their comments,
Yeah.
but I feel like if I respond to it, if I dwell on it too much,
You would amplify.
yeah, it just amplifies and makes it stick in my head. So the more I see it and just swipe real quick, sometimes I just laugh. Sometimes I just like, trolls will be trolls. You
Yeah.
can't. Some people just want just come online just to be trolls. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like wake up in the morning. Okay, another day to be a troll. Let's look for someone who's going to troll. It's crazy. And for me, like my message is love. Always is care for each other. Be kind to everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's getting crazy out there.
Keep your head up high. So you did a social experiment a while back
Yeah.
when you went out on the street
Yes.
and no one recognized you.
Yes.
You think you want to, do that now again, seeing that you have, the biggest song.
To be honest, it's not like I wasn't recognized.
So why did you make it out that humility or
it
what?
was just a more interesting story that would get a reaction. Again, I was wearing a face mask with dark shades,
Yeah.
right? Of course, I tweeted about it that I was gonna go out, so there were people that were looking at me like, "Is this not Johnny Drille?"
Yeah.
I could it was like some people like, that guy
Like they
looks
would
like
look
someone I know,
like- yeah.
right? But nobody could walk up to me and be like, "Yo, are you Johnny Drille?" And blah,
Please
blah,
help
blah.
us to remove your mask so
Exactly.
I can confirm.
Exactly. But it was actually really fun. Why? Because that was the first time I was doing something like that in like 5 years or so. I did not even know what it now felt like to. When I was used to take public transport, there were no, what do you call it?
Marwa.
There's the
Keke
smaller
napep.
ones. No, the small Kurokbe here.
Kurukbe.
Yeah, so I didn't even know there's things called Kurokbe now, and it was really fun. It was hot, and then at some point some men started to quarrel inside inside the bus. Yeah, it was. I was like, well, I missed this. But it was fun.
No,
it was really fun.
don't try it this time. Oh, if I see you outside, that man in the first place. I know him. That's Johnny Drille. Anyway, moving on. As a pastor's child.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't even know you're a pastor's child.
True that. A lot of
I know.
See, I won't be surprised if Okpe is a pastor's child. I feel like
because I'm your what? You guys, John and I are best friends, so I know like he's a pastor's child. But I'm not a pastor's child.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I just grew up in MFM. Yeah, if you know MFM.
If you grew up in MFM, you're as good as your pastor's child. You probably did. If your parents made you do that, just know you're a pastor's child by default.
Anyway, venturing into this line of music, would you say it has affected your faith in any way? I mean, you're singing about love, women, romance, and all of that.
I'll tell you a very interesting story. So my dad, like I said, my dad's a pastor, and when I used to do all those songs when I was in Benin in the same house, my dad would be trying to study the Bible in the next room, and then I'll be in the adjacent rooms singing about all these women that I do not know, I've never met.
Imaginary women.
Imaginary women. My dad's trying to focus and study the word and all that.
Also, he used to hear you.
Of course he did. Because he used to study. His study room was on the room next to my home, my bedroom, which also had my studio. It was. I'm sure it was hard times for them, but looking down the line, I think they, when they see what my music is about, it's clean music. I still don't sing about. I don't objectify women. I don't sing about nasty stuff. I know everything is subjective these days. Nasty stuff. They've come around to support me. My dad, my parents, my mom, they're in full support as it is.
Aw, so
sweet. And it's not been like a thing where I've had to, struggle to compromise. It's not even a thing for me. Like, I know the music I'm making is good music. I know Christians listen. I know, people outside of church also listen to my music. So it's a win-win for me.
So do you think you can, one day venture solely into gospel music? Maybe the Holy Spirit arrests you?
Well, if the Lord says, Johnny Drille, now is the time to do who am I to say no? If God says, but so far so good. If I understand my calling correctly, I'm in the path that I know God chose for me, and we'll see what the next couple of years.
Tell us about this song. How are you, my friend?
Well,
I'll just leave you to do that.
I think first of all, I think we're in very, very, very crazy times. It's very easy to feel hopeless and feel lost in society. I mean, the world seems to be championing individuality, independence. You're good by yourself. You don't need people. You don't need friends. You don't need family. Now you see people that they're in the same town with their parents but haven't seen their parents in over a year, right?
Yeah.
They have friends that just because of distance or whatever they don't talk to for long periods. And for us, myself and Jazzy, it was to make a song that would help people reconnect old friendships and old relationships. What we initially did was we had people share the video. And what that did was to restart conversations, right? I'm so sorry I've not spoken to you in so long. How have you been? Blah, blah, blah. And, that was the essence of How Are You, My Friend? And we're very excited to see all that the song is doing.
Okay, so who wrote the song, you or Jazzy?
So Jazzy started it, but we wrote it together. The initial idea for the song was from him. Why? Because I think he was inspired by, he lost his mom.
Yeah.
And just figured so many people now reaching out, people he hadn't spoken to for so long. And Big N said something that, when you lose someone, that's when you see all your friends show up for you. And, I think for him, it just kind of hit him that, oh, wow, so something had to happen for these people to reach out to me. What if there's a song that would help instead of someone having to die first before you reach out? Why not just us make a song and share this song with your friends and then reconnect those friendships? And that was it. So he started it, but we wrote it together.
All right. So on the side now, what can you say about the friends in your life?
Oof.
I mean, you don't really have to talk about me because we're good friends and I'm a great person.
Okpe is beyond friend. If I can't go and write a song,
Matty, stop hating.
Look, what I think. So I don't have a lot of friends. I used to have a lot of. I used to have a lot of friends. So I'm very introverted. I have very few friends. Right now, I could only think of like two like close friends.
Yeah.
Right. But of course, I have people that that are always around. Exactly. But I think that when I think of the friendships I really had, it was during my NYSC days. You know, there's this thing they used to call what do you call it? NC it's not
NCDC.
No, it's not NCDC. Those youths, those Christian.
No, I've forgotten the name. NCCF.
Yes, the Nigerian Corpus Christian Fellowship. So I had friends there,
right.
And you know, so this is something I've wanted to do, and I'm going to do it this week. So I'm going to call. I'm just going to look through all the pictures during my NYSC. I still have the numbers. I'm going to call. I'm going to call each and every one of them.
How cool
and I'm sure they won't be expecting. But you know, when I think of friendships that I lost, I would think of that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I hope they got to hear that song because you know.
I'm sure they did. I'm very, very sure they did. All right, so let's quickly move to your EP, Home.
Yes.
You dropped your first album despite the fact that, you know, you've been doing music for a very long time. You just prefer to drop singles here and there than, you know, a compilation?
Interestingly, like I like to think of myself as a project artist. It just happened that I never, you know, it took so long for that to happen. Of course, you know, I just think it just happened. It was what it is. It's the times. I think there was a time when people were not really into albums, and then people started to become into albums, and then they started to become not into albums again. You know, it's just now I think they're into EPs and stuff because short attention's getting shorter, and attention span is getting shorter and shorter. So I mean, I'm a project artist. Just unfortunately, I couldn't put out you know, an album for so long. But the first album came out last year. It's called Before I Fall Asleep, and then the follow up was this new EP that I just dropped, which is called Home. And Home is hot right now.
It is.
Home is hot
it
right now.
It sure is. All right. So your song "Lover" featuring Fino.
Yes.
Is quite romantic. Is you know, a little bit romantic.
Yeah.
So tell us, are you in a romantic relationship?
I thought you were going to ask about the song.
Is he not part of the song?
No, we'll talk about the song.
Are you in a romantic relationship? See, I'm getting loads of questions here. Is he single? Is he single? Please, I love him. I love him.
I am.
Good. You don't know if you're in a relationship, John. John.
Wait, now I'm about to answer. All right, so the answer is before they give this for guys.
Wow.
You get what I mean, right? That's it's just yeah.
Well, women, you have heard if you enter the trap, you're on your own. So tell us about the song then. Why did you choose to feature Fino on the song?
I think I've been very into collaborations lately.
Right.
Why? Because I don't think people have ever seen Johnny Drille outside of Johnny Drille as the artist, right? Yeah. It's very hard to, at least so for some people, it was, you know, what would work better? Of course, the usual suspects would be like, oh, Johnny Drille Asha, Johnny Drille Brimo, Johnny Drille Chike, Johnny Drille Rikasani, you know. But I just wanted to make people realize that when it comes to music, Johnny Drille can be anywhere, right? And there's just so much beauty when you fuse two unlikely things. For example, when me and Tenny did the Dengue Pose cover, who would have thought that we would cover Dengue Pose and it would sound so good, right? But we made it work. We made it happen. It was beautiful. So for me, I mean, again, big shout out to Fino, such an amazing person. I literally just messaged him. I just wanted to give it a shot. Like, oh, yo, bro, I met him on the fly one time from Abuja, and then we just exchanged greetings. That was it. And I messaged him a long time after. And I was like, bro, I'd love to make music with you. I wasn't even expecting anything. Only for me to open my DM one day and see Fino say, I've recorded, bro. What's your email?
Wow. Right?
It's crazy. It's such an amazing person. And I'm so blessed that, you know, he worked with me on that song. And I'm excited to see that people are loving it. It's a very cultural, you know,
it sure is.
It gives you the chills. It gives you butterflies.
Let me just go and look for models so I can, be dancing. Let's talk about Home.
Yes.
I particularly picked 3 songs that I like. I'm sorry, I'm selfish, but if you people want to hear the rest, go and stream it. It's available on all streaming platforms. So quickly tell us about Home and The Caveman. How did that come about?
First of all, Caveman, I think that's a song that should have happened way before now. Caveman have been such a fan of them. They're so incredible. Their sound is so distinct. Like you cannot, once you hear Caveman, you know it's Caveman.
Yeah.
You really can, you know. And big shout out to them for, you know, making this song with me. You know, I've of course we're even working on more music. It's just the first of many. And then I, you know, was just blessed to have them on the title song on the project because it just made sense because of the the general topic that I wanted that project to talk about, and no better artist to be on that song than Caveman.
All right, okay. So quickly, Johnny's Room Live Lagos is happening soon.
Yes.
Been a long time coming.
Yes,
you have starved us for so long. Why? What happened?
We do it every year. It's once every year.
Can't make it twice or something every 6
every
months?
time we do it, people keep saying, "Oh, can we have another one next month?" I mean, we'll see. We'll probably have like a super exclusive one after this, this one. But let's see how it goes. But again, every year it's that time of the year where all the John Drille fans in Lagos and all around come to Moriokola Park to have the most amazing night of 2022. And, it's going to happen again this year on the 13th of November. That's in about 8 days from now. Very excited. It's amazing live music, of course. It's going to be great music. And, I've got some friends coming over as well. I'm not going to announce them. They have to come to the show to come and experience.
Just one person.
No, we don't even used to announce every year. Don't worry. When you come, you see the fact. You just see Whiskey to just come out. I just see Burna Boy just show. Again, just that is just send condolences to Davido and the loss of his son. Anyways, excited for the show this year.
So, what are your expectations for this show? I mean, aside from the part where you would want people to faint for you and throw their underwears. Aside from that, what other expectations are you expecting?
Well, other expectations are people fainting for me and throwing things. not underwear. I'm just playing. Well, the Fantas are very welcome again. But of course, I think you mean my expectations from the fan? I mean, I want people to hold my legs the way they held Whiskey's legs in Abuja that year. I want fans to come expecting the best, the most amazing live music and the greatest show out of Nigeria this year. That's it for me. It's just amazing live show, amazing live music. Of course, it's going to be food, it's drinks, it's going to be, there's going to be games, and it's just going to be fun.
Okay, can't wait. I cannot wait. I will be there.
Yes.
Are you going to be there? It's happening on the 13th of this month. That's next week, Sunday. For those of you that did not hear before, hear now, please. All right, so any plans for a tour?
Absolutely. Yes, so after we do Lagos, we're going to do Abuja.
Okay.
Abuja, we're going to announce the date in a bit. And we're working on Benin as well, working on Ibadan, working on Port Harcourt, working on Calabar, working on multiple zones. Also working on East Africa as well, in the UK sometime early next year. Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Sounds like a plan. Like a plan. All right, final words for your fans, Johnny Drille.
Thank you so much to every Johnny Drille fan that's listening to my music, that's listening to my music, sharing my music. There's, I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, and keep watching out for more amazing live music. And come to my show in Lagos on the 13th this month. It's going to be so much fun. God bless you, and big shout out to SWITOPE and everybody on radio playing my music. Thank you so much.
All right. So for those that mistakenly don't know your handle.
Yes.
Follow you on social media.
Social media is at Johnny Drille. That's JOHNNYDRILLE. Johnny Drille on Instagram, on Twitter, and then Facebook is Johnny Drille Music.
All right. Thank you so much for stopping by, John. It's always amazing
you for having me,
talking to you. And I can't wait to, have you back here.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's a vibe on Lava Lounge.
93.3.